Cocaine.
Start with that. All right, Thoroughbreds, welcome back to another episode of Penalty Broncos. I'm Britto, coming to you from the Bandwagon Bar in Brisbane. We've got Ringer online, we've got Langers online. We're ready to rip into another rugby league week. We're going to talk about the previous game, the upcoming game for both the men and the women. Do a bit of gambling, and we'll get our tips in as well. So, Ringer, how are we, mate? How's your week been?
Britto, very good, mate. Except for one particular day that wasn't great, but, just getting through. Been enjoying the Olympics being on, mate. It only comes once every 4 years, but, all of a sudden you start watching hockey and fucking water polo and all this shit that's just so obscure. But, we seem to have, these absolute legends that compete in these games that just come from absolute clouds and win medals, and you're, barracking as hard as you've ever barracked for anyone in your life, and it's like, go windsurfer, go! Oh my God. But, no, mate, been really enjoying that. Just working hard, hardly working, all that shit, mate. But, yeah, week's been relatively good except for that big, black, dark hole in my heart. But, anyway, we'll get to that, no doubt. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. I'm similar. Just watching the Olympics and kicking back. I went down a deep rabbit hole the other day watching some American guy try to win the archery. That kept me up till about 11:30, and he missed by. I think he ended up in a shootout, and he got silver by about 4 mil.
Oh,
so yeah, buddy. I don't know. Over 70 meters to miss out on gold by about 4 millimeters, you still got to be pretty chuffed with yourself. But
yeah.
Yeah,
ain't no point running away from him, to put it that way.
Yeah. No, I don't think you're going to be able to zig and zag your way out of that one.
Nope. 4 mil still gets the heart.
What about you, Langers, mate? How's your weekend and your week been, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. A little bit fucking crook, which is always fun. Gotta love them fucking daycare sicknesses that just seem to just roll every single person in existence. But apart from that, mate, not too bad. Just been working over the weekend, so I didn't really get to see too many games. We made an effort to smash all of our workout on Saturday so we can make it to the pub in time to watch the Broncos, and I'm so glad we didn't have smoko or lunch or breakfast to smash all that workout so we can go and watch that game. That was well worth it, which was good. No, but apart from that, mate, yeah, just same old shit, different day, which is, it's good.
Yeah, that's the go. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a bit disappointing on the weekend, especially I backed up and watched the girls, and it was sort of a similar story there as well. So, wasn't the best weekend, put it that way. So
no.
But anyway, we'll get into it, I guess.
Let's do it.
So, yeah, the game on Saturday, we went down there to Cbus Super Stadium versus the Titans. Crowd attendance was about 25,000, so it was a pretty solid crowd there for the small stadium to get in. Half time, Broncos were up 18-10, and then the second half we absolutely just shit the bed and went down 36-0 for a full-time score of 46-10. Broncos lost. So, I'll get your original salty sort of period out of the way, gents. Langer, if you want to tee off, mate, let us know what your hungry belly was thinking at the time.
Yeah, I'll fucking tee off, mate. Fucking oath I will. So, look, I said it last episode. I don't want to be ragging on the Broncos week in, week out. But fuck that. I'm going to do it this week because that's fucking bullshit, right? So, we'll start off with some goods, and then we'll just finish strong with about 6 fucking negatives. So
feed into it. Feed it.
We'll go Walsh just to start off. His first 2 tries, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Good, perfect. Love that shit. $1 million player all day of the fucking week, right? Love that shit. Fucking yahooing and carrying on at the pub by 15 minutes. Thought, here we go. We're fucking back. This is going to be awesome for our for and against, coming into the nitty gritty of the top 8 spot. Fuck yeah, let's do that. So that was good for the first 15 minutes. Kobe getting a meat pie since fucking 2021. Awesome. Love that shit. Love me boy Kobe, so that's always good. So there are my two fucking positives. Now let's fucking rip into the fucking negatives. I think the first one and the big one was Walsh kicking on the first.
Yes.
That was the biggest momentum swing I've probably ever seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And whether he wants to admit it or not, or even the fucking Broncos want to admit it or not, holy fuck, did that just instantly turn the game around. If you're kicking on the first, there needs to be a 95%, you're 95% sure a try is fucking coming. And there was not a 95% certainty that a try was coming when he put that fucking kick in on the fucking first. What the fuck? Right? So let's get that one out of the fucking road. Let's just stick with Walsh. He rips into fucking Corey Oates, right?
Yeah.
After throwing an absolute fucking missile at the cunt's guts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Oates doesn't catch it, right? Fair enough. Oates maybe should have caught it, whatever. But fuck me, that was not a good fucking pass. It was very hard for any cunt to fucking catch. Then proceeds to kick it out on the full a couple of fucking minutes later. No apology to the fucking crew. No hand up. Yep, I'll take fucking responsibility for that one. Just kicks the cunt out and then turns away and just walks back. And I don't know, but that just seems pretty fucking arrogant to me. And I don't know whether he's starting to get the mentality where he's just a one-man fucking army or what his sort of situation is or whether the fame's starting to go to his head or whatever. But, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty shit that he didn't even apologise to his team. Like, on the game, like on the TV, he kicks it out on the replay. He kicks it out. He turns around, big zoom in right on his face, and nothing. No emotion. No like, oh, fucked up. Oh, I've let the boys down. Oh, we've just, put ourselves under the fucking pump here again. None of that shit. So I thought that was pretty fucking disappointing to watch. Rightio. Yep. So that one's fucking done.
Boys come with notes.
We'll go to somewhere else. When Mam was on the field, I thought his defense was fucking trash. I think, he needs to have a bit more of a chop in the off-season about getting his defense around so he can be a bit more of an overall player. It's not like he was the only one with sort of pretty average defense, so I'd like to, make that a bit of a highlight as well. It wasn't just Mam, but I definitely thought that he was one of the standouts while he was there before he got injured. Next one, couldn't score when the Titans were a man down in the sin bin. Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's obviously disappointing. You get that sort of advantage for 10 minutes and, nothing comes off it. You don't convert that opportunity or anything like that. And then that will lead directly into converting. Why, when you are so close to the opposition line and you have a man in the bin on the opposition, do you opt to take 2 points instead of going for a fucking try? Like what Reynolds did in the, what was it, the 30 fucking 7th minute just before half time? Basically just after Keeney got fucking sin binned, got sin binned, and then from that, right, I will just take the 2. Like, why would you do that? You're fucking so close to the opposition defense line. Fucking go for it, mate. Like, you're already winning the half. Fucking have a dig. So I thought that was fucking shit. Probably the worst stat that I think is 4 tries in 10 minutes from the Titans. Yep. From the 68th to the 78th minute, 4 fucking tries.
Yeah.
Whether, the Broncos just fucking nearly call them Cowboys then because that's basically how they've been playing. 4 tries in 10 minutes. Whether they just gave up or whatever, they're already getting pumped. So, there could have been that sort of factor there as well. But, 4 tries in 10 minutes is pretty fucking abysmal. And last one, which isn't really, it's not a kick in the guts for the Broncos, but a little bit of the degeneracy coming out of me. But I wonder what the Titans were paying for 13 plus when the Broncos were 12-0.
Yep.
Holy.
Wow.
Right? Holy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hopefully a few people jumped on that one because that would have been paying quite handsomely. But no, apart from that, good game.
Nah. I love it. I love it. I was the same sort of coming out of the game and like, oh, try and control your emotions, blah, 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 get in, let's have a look, recoup and just think about it. And then I listened to a couple other podcasts and got their opinion. And then I went back to my old salty period. And then, of course, the United Bar uploaded that fucking video of him dancing away to bye, bye, bye. And then that triggered me off again, sort of thing. And I think it's very difficult. Like it's like you said, you don't want to sit here and just shit rag them, but it's very fucking difficult when they turn up and do not one performance like that, but multiple performances like that in a row.
Yeah,
it's something is happening, and I want Kevy to stay. I want all the players to stay. I want them to perform to their ability and fucking kick ass and make it to a grand final like we all know they can. But something has gone wrong.
Yep.
And I don't know whether we're talking all the way back in preseason with the whole Carrigan and Reynolds fucking incident there.
Yeah.
And it's carried through or something, but fucking hell, something needs to be sorted this off season because good lord,
I think also we may have put Reynolds coming back from injury a bit too high on the pedestal.
Yeah.
As well. Like I feel like not just us three, but like basically fucking everyone. It's like, it's all good. The Broncos are losing. Reynolds is coming back, and then they'll be sweet. They'll win every fucking game, and then it's all fucking sweet. And like I was of that position as well. Like I 100% was just like, the general's coming back. It's all fucking sweet. Don't stress. And he obviously hasn't. And like he plays the Knights, and fucking man of the year. Built the kind of statue. Fucking awesome. So I think that sort of inflated our expectations a little bit as well. But yeah, it just hasn't really come off. Like I won't touch on the short dropouts because, I feel like I've already said my piece. But yeah, I definitely think that there's got to be something. Like there just doesn't seem to be like, you can't write this season off to just, poor performance, like there has to be some other reason.
Yeah, I think if you missed out, like kind of like the Dolphins are going to miss out potentially, where they have injuries but they lost games by 2 points, 6 points, 4 points.
Yeah.
Then you could sit there and go, hey, look, it's just really competitive year this year. We will go back to the drawing board and we'll come out, but we have just shit the bed. I'll let you have your piece now, Ringer. Have you brought notes as well, mate, or what?
Just a page or so's worth, mate. I've got to mirror pretty much everything that Lang has said there. Is that out of the gates, and I think that's why the actual loss hurt me so bad, is that out of the gates we looked so good. Well, it's not that we look so good. Walshy looked so good, and I thought, we're going to get away with this here. We're going to get back into our mojo. The boys are going to click, and then maybe this is the sort of game we need to get them back up and about. And then, when it started going to shit, you really start looking back at that start of that game and go, actually, we weren't that good. Walsh just pulled out 2 fucking amazing kicks out of his ass.
Yeah. And
then Kobe scored off a kick too. Like, we didn't go around them once.
Yeah.
In the whole game when they were down to 12 men. And that's our bread and butter. Like, we go through and around teams for fun when we're going good. So, and you're so right, that kick dead on the first, that was nowhere near going to stay into the in goal. It was possibly in the second row by the time it stopped. Like, as soon as that happened, I got this terrible sinking feeling like, oh, shit.
Yep.
We're in big trouble here. And, even in the first half, though, those 2 tries down our left edge were pathetic. Mariner had a shot at both of them and fucked it up.
Yep.
Poor bastard. Like, that one defensive play where he had the time to get to Jojo and went that big arm grab bullshit tackle, but all he had to do was just chest bump him over the sideline. He was already off balance.
Yeah.
And then he gets the chance to score the try and drops the fucking thing. Like, it's just, I know that can happen to anyone. It's one of them days, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, it's been it's been one of them days for about 10 rounds now. So, that doesn't come back to talent. It's obviously not the talent. It's just a mentality that they have at the moment that is so terrible. And I think it really annoys fans when you know how much it means to you sitting at home like a fat cunt eating chips and drinking beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I guarantee if I could put my bloody passion and commitment of what I believe in my heart for the Broncos for that game into each of them players, they'd fucking play better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
just makes you so angry. And
Yeah, that's it.
but yeah, like you said, there's something going a bit on there. Um, in my head, I just wish Billy Johnson was still around. That old gun trainer from out bush that went to the Cowboys and turned them around and was the Australian trainer for a while. Like that's the sort of bloke we need. It's probably not a coach change. It's just someone in there just flogging them to death and keeping them humble and going, no, use a fuck all. you know,
Yeah.
get in here and lift this and push this and run over there. And then when you get out to the game, that's the easy part. You know what I mean? Because it just seems like at the moment which they didn't do last year ever. It just looks like they just throw the towel in, and it's not good. It really isn't good. And the worst thing is we're playing the fucking Cowboys, and if we play like that, the Cowboys are going to pump us, and that little prick of the Gronk's going to fucking give it to us, and I'm going to hate that even more.
Oh,
So
fucking hell.
I hope they're
Mate,
embarrassed, so they go and at least beat the Cowboys, and that'll make me a little bit more happy for the season.
you are not going to enjoy the video that the Gronk has for us this
No, I
week.
bet.
Nah, yeah, it's going to be a fucking perler.
He's fucking nailed it, I can tell you that much. So,
Shithead.
yeah, no, look, thoroughbreds, everyone's hurting. None more so than the fans, I'm guessing. Well, I'd hope that the players are hurting, but at the way that they're playing, it doesn't really seem like it. And I mean, it might seem harsh to, like, it's easy for us to sit here, us three, average Joes or whatever, and have a whinge. But like Lang has said, you go without your lunch so you can get your work done, so you can sit down, so you can enjoy it. You plan your whole day around the game. Like, this is it.
100%.
We're going to be playing for our future here. This is the season. We just need the 2 points. And we kick off with 15 minutes like that, and you're like, I don't care if we're scrappy. I don't care how we get it. We just need the 2 points. And then you just slowly and surely just see it turn. And you just, here we go. And then it's gone. And so's the fucking season. Yep. So, I mean, Sportsbet have got more confidence in our team than what we do, because we're still not the longest odds to make the grand final, so there's still a chance, I'm guessing, mathematically, that we can still make it. But yeah, that's going to rely on us.
If they're playing we want to make it the most dramatic comeback ever card, like, good on them. But Jesus, can you stop playing with my heart? Like,
yeah,
because it just seems so odd that team can do that. If you know what I mean. And I know we lost Payne, I know we lost Ezra, but they don't stop 40 points.
Yeah, exactly. You're right, 100%. I tried to look into the stats too, and we'll get into that in a little bit. There really wasn't much in the game. Like, I was struggling to find the stats about showing where we lost it, and seriously, it must have just been effort, really. Like, that's all it was. So
we didn't have the ball.
Yeah, and we didn't have the ball, and when we did have the ball, we did stupid shit.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. We still completed high. The big fucking old analyst me here. If we can compete above 80%, we'll win every game. Last 3 weeks, I think we've completed above 83 or something. Just got absolutely fucking pumped. So let's go back to the 67s where we win.
I could just throw the ball around, boys.
Kick it over the sideline. I don't give a shit. Stop completing so much because you fuck it up.
Well, Walshy had a go at that. Just on that as well. Like, I know, talking about the trainers and all that sort of stuff there, I know that we've got our assistant coaches coming in and out, and we've got to pick some more and whatever. So, sure, you can sit that over in the maybe this is the reason pile sort of thing. But, I mean, it almost looks like there is a fracture between players, either individual players or the entire team. Like, Walsh jumping at JoJo when Ezra had the inside pass fucking covered. No idea what's going on there. Yeah. The way that he went off at Oatesy, it was that I was off or I was off him for about probably 3 hours after that. As soon as that happened, because
Yeah.
I'm a big believer. If you're going to run a decoy, expect to get the ball. Sure,
Yeah.
100%. I hate decoy runners who drop the ball because I didn't expect it. Mariner did
Yeah.
it against the Knights there, but that one was shocking. Not only was it an absolute piss missile straight towards his chest, but he was in contact about the same time that he tried to
Yeah.
catch it. Like
Yep.
going off at Oatesy about that was not. It wasn't the play. Maybe he thought that Oatesy wasn't there and he was trying to get it out to the.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know, but
Goes
fucking,
back. It like you're
Yeah.
so right, but it comes back. That was once again. It was play one.
yeah.
Like look at your runner. Look at the defense. Everyone else can seem to be. Every other ball player can seem to do it.
Yeah.
He had two shoulders about to meet Oatesy's chest, and
Yeah.
he, instead of pulling out of the pass, dying with the ball, whatever, he says, "No, fuck it, I'm going to throw it." On the first tackle. And we're still in with a shot at this stage.
Yeah.
At the first tackle, I'm going to throw this really hard pass right at his cock and hope he catches it.
Yeah.
Like it just,
Yeah.
it's that's the mentality that, as a fan, I'm sure, like even normal rugby league viewers can see that and go, okay, you're yelling at him, but why was that the option on play one?
Yeah.
Take it to the ground, boy. Like,
Yep.
anyway,
Yep.
and this is all salty bitch period because if eventually this podcast takes off and the boys want to come on, like we do love you, but fuck boys.
Yeah, we do love you, but I also want to know what's going on.
Well, no, yeah, exactly.
Tell us the tea because something's going on. It's that fucking obvious.
And that's the part that I'm really wanting now is I want someone, if it's Kevy, CEO, like an Adam, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Someone say something.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's like, we've been a bit disjointed at training. We've been, since Selwyn's got that thing, it sort of rocked us a bit. I don't care what it is. Someone say something because we're only going to make it up in our heads and it's going to be a lot worse than what's actually happening. So
Yeah, that's it. And then but and like you should see the crowds the boys are still pulling at training.
Yeah.
Like like I understand like some people say, oh, maybe it's getting to their heads and all that, but how is it? Like if you're getting that many people at a training run, surely you're like, these people, they want us to win. They want us to do, they love us and all this sort of stuff. So we got to go on. So we got to go. It's not like you're going to be walking around. It's not the Gold Coast sort of thing. And I mean, it just proved the Gold Coast just whooped our ass. So, can't be the attitude running around with that sort of environment. But
yeah, you
anyway.
think.
All right. Little bit of steam there.
Shake it.
Everyone feels. I feel so much better.
A woosa. All right. Well, we'll get into a bit of stats here as we go through the game that was, and no doubt we'll whinge about a few things as we go here. But I really the only things I could highlight was the completion rate. 84% completion for the Titans, 83% for the Broncos. We were right up there. It was neck and neck sort of thing when it came to that. The only difference there was the Titans had 37 sets where we had 26. And then that showed in the defense. They made 273 tackles. We made 342. So 11 sets more, equals out that whole thing. But in the tackles that we made weren't, they were pretty good. Our tackle efficiency was not bad. It was right up there with the Titans as well. Line breaks 7-3, so you would expect that in a game with the points that were scored. So that's not too unusual sort of thing. And then the other one was our average set meters were more. We were making 43.95 meters to their 38.63. So
which
we were
tells you,
yeah. What were you saying, Ryan?
Well, Britto, I was just going to say, that sort of just shows that our ender sets obviously were terrible.
Yeah.
If we're making more meters and getting pumped 36-0 in the second half, are we going for the... a lot of our kicks were so benign. End over enders, just putting it up and no one was even getting close.
Yeah.
Just put it into touch and make them play the ball. I don't know. There's got to be. It just that we kept seeming to go into that same play instead of just trying something else when it obviously wasn't working for us that day.
Well, that's what I was also thinking. So Ezra, during the season, when they would do those little kicks, he would scream up and put pressure on the
Yeah, he'd be
catcher
the
and
one to do
give
it.
him a
Yeah.
big hit. Yeah, Ezra's not there. What's the game
Yeah.
plan? Either somebody's
Yeah.
going to fill in for Ezra, or we're going to go somewhere else. Like,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you would expect someone of Adam Reynolds, creativity and experience, he would come up with that and he'd send it through. So, yeah. Anyway, even if we look here, the errors, Titans made 6 errors, we made 9. Sure, it's not that bad. Penalties conceded 5-6. Cool. Ruck infringements 2 all on report. Titans got 1, we got 3, which I don't think anyone even went to the judiciary. I think
No.
yeah. So, not sure. I'll have to have a look at them again, but I didn't think there was much in it on the day either. Yeah. So that's sort of the overall game stats, I guess. And like I said, there's really not much there that separates the two teams.
Yeah, stands
So
out.
No,
yeah,
nothing.
that's it. They
The
just
only
took their
one I see
opportunities.
there is that like once again they flogged us in post contact, and like we shouldn't be losing post contact with our forward pack.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Any
true.
forward pack. I know Payne went off, but I mean we still got Jansen, Carrigan, Ricky, Percura. Like they shouldn't be. Once the contact happens, that's where it should end because
Yeah,
and for them to have nearly 100 and what's that 130 meters more post contact than us, just and maybe a fair bit of that was down the edge when our edge defense decided once again to just be terrible. But
yeah,
yeah, that's the sort of stat I think that can really hurt you because that sort of shows that effort side of it. In a team like ours, we shouldn't be losing post contact meters if
yeah.
we're
That's it.
going okay, which we obviously aren't.
Yeah, true. Moving on to the individual player. So most tackles, Bo Fermor, who is injured, he's out this week too. So
Is he?
yeah, I was going to bring him in my super coach, so that dashed that. He was going to be my Payne Haas replacement. 41 tackles for him. Paddy Carrigan topped the tackle sheet again with 46.
Legend.
Keeney, 202 running meters. Keep in mind he wasn't on the field for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Reece Walsh, 163. Line breaks topped out with Jojo Fafita at 3. Reece scored 1 for us. So in the back line, the main things that sort of stood out there were the points. Obviously, they got 32 points out of their back line. We only got 8. The tackles missed. We missed 13 tackles. They missed 7. And then the errors, both teams were pretty high on the errors in the backs. It was 12-13.
Yep.
You really don't want to be doing like it is because it is so even. Is why you could forgive each team for sort of being in a tight one, but 12-13 errors. Normally, if any team makes 12 errors in the back line, you're getting flogged.
Yeah.
Like that's leave all the errors for the big boys who have got more pressure on them on the middle, and then the outside backs need to be catching balls and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you think with that, like if the Titans are going to score 46, then the Broncos should be in the high 30s as well,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
fucking 18.
yeah, 100%. So moving on to the halves, and I think there was a pretty big sort of distance here. It was the run meters. So, oh no, that wasn't it either. But all runs we made 17 runs in our halves, and the majority of that was obviously Reynolds because he was on for more. I think Mann made only like 1 run before he went off.
And then when I wonder if they counted Billy Walters then too, because he didn't pass the fucking ball after he was in the 5-8 roll too. He just take it to him. So
yeah, that's true. That probably accounted to down below, but yeah, it was sort of pretty even with the halves on both sides. They sort of just controlled and did their game. But in the forward zone, this is where we got pumped. So run meters 639 to the Titans against our 398. Post contact meters 213 to 143. And then tackle breaks was 12-4.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, big boys on the Titans had a bit of a field day there with our lackluster defence, and it was a bit poor, unfortunately.
Well,
And
once
then
again, sorry,
yeah,
Tom.
no,
Sorry,
go.
Britto, but once again, our edge second rowers do not touch the ball in attack.
Yep,
For some,
yep.
I don't know why. I don't know what the fucking game plan is, but like, um, Ricky and Piakura, they don't touch the ball.
Well, I'll give you a quick stat while you're going
Yeah,
into
okay,
that. So Jordan Ricky, 8 runs.
yep,
Brendan Piakura, 4.
4, and like these are the like Piakura especially was touted as one of the best ball running second rowers in the under 20s for the Queensland Cup or whatever he was in.
Yep.
We just don't. We just do not give our second rowers the ball. Like look at every other team at the moment that are humming. Eli Katoa,
Kick out.
Kickow, bloody Angus Crichton. If they're not
Yep.
doing 13, 14 runs a game, they're off the field.
Yeah, so with the bench, it looked like we kind of put up a bit of a fight when the boys did come on. This is skewed though because Willison came on and sort of did his thing there for a lot longer than what we thought was going, and Carapeni made the field as well. So, the one that mainly stood there was tackles made. 94 tackles for our bench, whereas the other guys only had to do 44. So
Yeah.
pretty much coming on and just trying to stem the bleeding, but yeah, it didn't work. So, but overall, really nothing to skite about. There's nothing there to sort of stand up. Our man of the matches, Paddy Carrigan. Once again, at least we know he's having a dig every single week, sort of thing. I know he came out yesterday and said he stands behind Renault. He did the standard media sort of show, and I stand behind Kevy, I stand behind Renault, rah rah. It's like, yeah, mate, no one's blaming you, Paddy.
Yeah.
Like,
Paddy, go have a week off.
yeah.
He did. He's in Bali, isn't he, with Ricky?
Nah, that was an old photo.
Oh, was it? Oh, it got me. I was like, fucking rare.
No. That was a preseason photo, that one.
Yeah, copy. Oh, fucking did well. Got me.
And then, the fan one was Reese, obviously, because, for a bit there he was running pretty hot. So, 194 meters kicking and a few other 5 tackle breaks and all that sort of stuff.
94 of that was from that grubber he put over the dead line.
Cheating.
Jamie was only 10 out.
He's just padding his stats. That's all he was doing, mate. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's sort of, we'll put that to bed and hopefully we don't whinge about it. And now we've got to look forward to reviewing the game ahead. That is the Cowboys.
That's it. Don't focus on the past. Let's look at the future.
I'd rather it not be the Cowboys in the future.
I'd really rather it not to be the Cowboys.
Especially
Why
when
the
they're fucking
Cowboys,
playing at
right?
the moment. What the fuck?
Oh, fucking. The only thing that I am holding on to is my final straw is that potentially the Cowboys, they should have put the Tigers away on the weekend.
Yeah.
And they didn't, to the point where I thought even with like 10 minutes to go that the Tigers were in they were going to give them a bit of a hell there. Chad Townsend and Val Holmes. Fuck me. I don't know what's going on with their defence, but you can bet your ass we're not going to send a second rower at them. So,
Yeah, exactly. They don't have to make any tackles, so they'll be fine.
Yeah, that's it. So out of that game, obviously we had Payne Haas with the Liz Frank. I haven't seen any confirmation. I've just seen that. So I'm assuming season's done, regardless of whether we do scraping or what.
Yeah.
And then Ezra, I'm assuming season as well, because the way that boy went down on that leg, it wasn't pretty. So I don't know what the results for the scans there were, but
he was running in the dressing room sort of thing, but every time he ran, he was just shaking his head sort of thing. So at least he could run on it. So maybe, it might be a bit of a late revival for Ezra, but you sort of, if he's not 100%, why bother?
Don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. I was thinking maybe it was like a high ankle fracture or something.
yeah,
Right.
So I don't know, but I haven't seen NRL physio say anything about it. And then Tyson Smoothie, he did something playing in Q Cup on the weekend, but again, he hasn't been confirmed as being injured officially. So I haven't put him on our list just yet, but don't hold. Anyway, we'll move on to the Cowboys game. So up there in Queensland Country Bank Stadium on Saturday at 5:30. So at least it's a little bit dark and not this bullshit day games that we've been getting. That could also be, we'll put that in the pile of contributing factors as well, as that it was day games. So conspiracy in the NRL to make sure we don't make the top 8. But the Cowboys are currently sitting in the top 8 on 28 points with a bye in hand. I personally think that if you get to 30 points, you should be safe.
Yeah.
32 and you're playing finals footy, essentially, is how I think. So the Cowboys have got that locked in. They've got the 30. They just need one win from now until the end of the season, and they're playing finals footy. We're potentially going to give that to them this weekend, but I'll be going Broncos 13 plus. So, yeah, that'll get them to September. Our season is all but done. It's just a bit of pride to play for now. Famously, this is a tough matchup. Hopefully the Lags can dig deep and bring a bit of effort up there in North Queensland. And I'm kind of holding on to that if they do show some fight, then maybe we can just be a pain in the ass to other teams from now on in, sort of thing. So take that role.
If they win 4 out of the last 5 or something on the way home, like I'm back on, boys. So it's I'll kiss your ass all the way into the off season. But, it's just that effort areas that we need to see.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'll still boast you up. I'll still talk shit.
Yeah, fucking
I'll still be insufferable, but fuck, you're making it hard for
horrible.
me.
That's what what's that? The horrible nature of a diehard fans, like scream and yell and grumble at your players, and then next week's like, "Go Reece, go! You're the best." Damn it! Why am I like this?
Yeah, definition of insanity at the moment.
Yeah.
So the tail of the tape with the Cowboys, like I said, they're currently in 6th. We're sitting in 14th. Head to head, we've got the edge there. 36 out of 57 games. They're on 20 with 1 draw. Completion rate for this season, they're doing 78%. We're at 76. So sure, we'll take it where we can. Average points scored, Cowboys 25. We're on 22. Average points conceded, they're on 24 and we're on 23. So, we're all even up there. And then venue win rates, we're at 50% and the Cowboys are at 54%.
Is this all on towards another 1 point classic? Like, are we just going to put that down?
Oh, don't do that to my heart. I couldn't fucking... I'll have 2 text messages loaded up for the Gronk, put it that way. 2 varying different emotions.
Yeah.
One is don't talk to me.
The other is don't fucking talk to me.
Know your place. The last time we met was round 4 in Suncorp, where we got a 38-12 win over them. We completed at 82%. They completed at 61%. Interesting, though, they did 11 offloads to our 2. And the kicking meters was substantial as well. It was 800 meters our way to 388 to their way. So Chad and didn't bring their boot on that game. The last 5 games for us doesn't look good. Losses against the Titans and Bulldogs, a win against the Knights, losses against Dragons and Panthers. The Cowboys, though, looking real good. They've got Tigers, Sharks, Bulldogs in the bag. Lost to the Sea Eagles, and then a win against the Panthers. Little asterisk there, though. Origin depleted Panthers. Don't let them get too much of a chat. So this is the side-by-side for the 2 teams as they line up in the backs. We've got Scott Drinkwater against Reece Walsh. Kyle Felt up against Josiah Karapani. He comes into the wing spot. Corey Oates goes back to the extended bench. Val Holmes up against Katoni Staggs. Viliami Vayala, Dean Mariner, and Murray Talangi up against Jesse Arthurs. I'll quickly stop there. I really hope Oatesy didn't get dropped. I hope that this is Kevy going, righto, Karapani, just get in there
Yeah.
and show us what you got,
Have a
end
dig,
of the
yeah.
season sort of stuff. And
I think it's
um,
dead set a speed thing, eh? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
did you see
okay,
that
we will
when
go back to the
when we put Oatesy through? Like, it was just like a clear
oh,
under the try line,
Yeah.
and it seemed to take him 6 weeks to get there.
Yeah.
Poor old Cozza, eh? Like,
oh, I felt like
like,
picking him up and throwing him over the
Yeah.
try
Running
line.
on a treadmill.
but you know,
with no
when we hit him like with that gap, I was like, oh, I was like up and about. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, we're in here. Like, there's no one in front of him, no one within 20 meters, and the next thing
Yep.
he's like, Cozza, can
The
you
whole
please
team's
go
there.
faster? Because he didn't make it by like 5 meters either. It wasn't even
Oh.
close. Poor old Cozza.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel so. He is ever reliable with them comeback with the kick returns, but
Yeah,
fuck, I didn't realize he'd lost that much speed. The poor bloke.
yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty fucking hilarious, actually.
Yeah, it was. Then we get to the halves, so we got Tommy Dearden and Chad Townsend coming up against Josh Rogers at 5'8". Adam Reynolds taking his normal 7 spot.
Does anyone else think that's a bit? You know, they're always so keen on fucking Billy Walters. Like, I thought for sure as shit they were going to put Billy at 6 and bring Moser and Pakes on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, but Josh, I'm glad Josh is in there. I don't know. He didn't go that great last time, but I still think he deserves a shot to have at least a crack.
Yeah, I didn't think he went great, but I didn't think he went poor either. I thought he did his job and just let everyone else
And
do
he was
theirs.
half
So.
last time too, so maybe 6 will help him where he's just got to distribute, not actually push the boys around.
Yeah, that's it. So it'll be interesting. I haven't seen him play 5'8", so I think he has played for us once at 5'8", though. But anyway, going into the forwards, we got Jordan McLean, Corey Jensen, Reece Robson up against Billy Walters. Sam McIntyre comes in the number 10 role up against Xavier Willison. So we've got the 2 replacement props having a go at each other. Helam Lukey up against Brendan Piacora. Jeremiah Nanai on Jordan Ricky, and then Ruben Cotter comes back into the side up against Patrick Carrigan. And then rounding out the teams on the bench, Harrison Edwards comes into their bench. Blake Moser, Thomas McKaylee up against Kobe Hetherington. Oh, I am going to butcher this.
Finifuaki.
I'm not even going to say the first name. Up against Tristan Saylor, which I did think was possibly a depth issue.
Yeah. It's a bit.
Langers will be
and-
happy about that at least, I suppose.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hopefully he's listened to the potty. Take a couple of words of advice.
Or not.
Yeah. Probably not. Probably wouldn't be good for his self-esteem.
And then Griffin Neen up against the ever-reliable Marty Tapau. And then we've got Corey Pake sitting cuck at 18 there.
Corey. That's got to be his nickname, then. That cuck chair Corey, for fuck's sake.
Corey Cuckfake. And I've got Jackson Purdue sitting at 18th man as well. So, what are our thoughts, Ringer?
Yeah, Britto, I really feel sorry for Oatesy when you bring Tristan in. Like, I think Oatesy could absolutely cover a lot more positions for us instead of Tristan Saylor. Like, if we get a second rower go down or something, Oatesy can at least make meters for you in the middle. He's not the best defensive man, but Tristan Saylor can't play anywhere else but fullback. So that's been obvious. Last time he was on the bench, he didn't even get a run. So
Yeah.
and even other than that, I probably would have had Corey Pakes instead of both of them, just to put him on in the middle, just as a tackling bag, pretty much, just to, give someone a blow. But I find the Tristan Saylor on the bench a bit strange. Like, we all know he could turn up and literally be the man of the match, but he hasn't shown us that for a long time, and I just don't understand where you would play him. Like, are you expecting someone to go down? Are they going to hook Reece? Like, what's the plan there? Because he's not going to come in for any of forwards. And, maybe if Josh Rogers shits the bed, they're thinking maybe put him at 6, but I think it's just a skeptical play where you've got Corey Pakes there that's been playing pretty well in Q Cup from all reports. That is another older head that maybe, just maybe, would just put a bit of stability and a bit of all you want him to do is tackle. Just go out there and tackle and set the tone, like in the middle. Get us some line speed to stop these post contact meters. So I don't know if it was me from Turriva Station, Bullia, which is a fuckload of a long way away from fucking Red Hill, I probably wouldn't have had Tristan on there. So take that with what you will.
Yeah. For now, you're just going to sit there and not bring him into your Supercoach team. That'll sort that out, mate. What about you, Langers?
Yeah, I'm with Ringer, to be honest, about Tristan. I don't really see the point of having Moser and Sailor on your bench. Unless maybe Kevy's thinking that Karapani won't do well in the wing, and then maybe a bit of shuffling that way. But you've also got Corey Pakes, in the wings just waiting. But you also got fucking that Big Ben Takora as well. Like,
Yes,
why wouldn't you put him instead of fucking Sailor in there? I think he's 19th man. So
he's on the extended bench from when I looked at it too.
Yeah. Well, that's when I looked at it too. So I think he's still there. So I feel like with that bench, old Marty and Kobe can't be doing everything. You look at those comparisons in the teams. It looks like we're going to get fucking gassed in the middle by the fucking 60th minute, and then the cows are just going to fucking run all over us because our bench is fucking. Yeah, I don't know what Kevy's plan is. Hey, it might be a stroke of brilliance. Well,
it hasn't.
Maybe.
Next week we might be like, Kevy's a fucking genius, mate. And I'll jump on that bandwagon if it comes off. Fucking absolutely. But just looking at that, it just, I don't know. There's a few question marks there for me, to be honest. But no, in the leader we trust, so we'll just fucking see what happens.
Well, you're so right too, Langers, because we're going with Corey Jensen and Xavier Wilson combined for bloody 23 runs last week. Paddy made 14 on his own, and I think even Payne made 10 before he got hurt.
Yep.
Our second rowers don't take any runs, so like you said with the bench, who's going to do the running? It's going to be Kobe and Marty and Patrick by the look of it. So how do you get Patrick a break for a start? I know Kobe can go on there, but you've only got two forwards on the bench. We know where Moses is going to go.
Yep.
I think it's just I just think it's a waste of a bench spot. Like you said, on the 19th and 20th, even Jaden Hunt probably not a bad bloody pick to put on the bench. We just get us some forwards there to stop them rolling through.
Yeah, exactly.
Tristan Saylor's not going to come on and defensively shore us up. He'd probably do the opposite, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly right. So I can't see Tristan making that big of an impact off the bench. Unless they're going to plan on throwing Walsh around, Matt, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I can't see it. I can't see it.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
Who knows?
The only thing maybe is if they put Billy in the middle for a bit while Moses is on there, just to take a bit of, let Paddy have a break and just have Kobe and Billy just in the middle, just with tackling. I don't know. I just can't see it. I can't see it when you got those other fellas on the bench there. So.
Yeah, no, I can't see it either. I feel like
with
that sort of setup,
about it.
It's going to be a long 80 minutes for the big boys.
Yeah.
So, my take would be it'd have to revolve around Josh Rogers, I reckon. Because they're either going to bring Walshy into that 5/8 role and then they're going to put Sailor at the back there, or, like you said, Jack, they're going to hook Walshy if he, acts up again. And then maybe that's what Kevy, although that'd be a massive play by Kevy if he went to Walshy during the week, go, mate, I'm putting Tristan on, and if you don't fucking pull your head out, you're coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. That's what
go to the Roosters.
that's
Walsh off, he'll just pack his bags on his way out and keep going.
But that's what I mean about that Sailor pick. That's just what else can you think of?
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And then, you look across at their bench, Harrison Edwards is a big boy. McKaylee's a fucking monster. Finafuaki's a big boy, and Griffin Neem's a monster.
Yeah.
So our benches, I reckon there's probably 200 kilos in our benches. How? what are we thinking?
Yeah.
True that.
Yep. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, well, Broncos 13 plus.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Broncos 13 plus.
All right, we will move on now to the women. We've already
Thank
spent an
fuck for
hour
that.
whinging about the fucking men. So,
Let's whinge about the women's.
yeah, let's whinge about the women's.
Switch it up.
So, the girls went down to Roosters Allianz Stadium on Sunday. She was pretty dismal with the attendance. 2,899 people showed up, and I think 99 of them were the kitchen staff. But halftime, Broncos 6-16. We were in it 6-4 for quite a while there in that first half, and I thought, okay, we've learned our lessons from last week and putting on a good showing, and then we went down a bit. You know, they got a Taryn Aiken cross in the 32nd minute. Jess Surges went over in the 34th just before halftime, and I was like, oh, a couple of lucky ones, you know, sort of thing. Let's regroup in the sheds.
The intercept that Jess Surges one? That hurt.
Yeah. And then then they came out, and 42nd minute, Jess Surges went over again, and then in the 50th, Taryn went over again, and we just never were really in it. So 6-16 at half time. Second half was 6-12 for a full-time score of 12-28. It was a solid showing. It was better than the week before. I feel like if the same team that showed up last week showed up this week, it'd be a bit of a heavier scoreline. There was a couple of, standout performances. Leonard Doozy is having a crack. And Melee, I was shouting at the TV on more than one occasion. Melee was having a real good, she was having a real good crack.
Oh, and got robbed. She definitely got that one-on-one. 100% got that one-on-one. And the fucking referee completely fucking shit the bed and didn't realise what she was saying. And then and not on top of her fucking it up, they penalised us. It was like, what the fuck's just happened here? We had the ball. It was going to, and this was when it was still pretty close. Anyway, so after this wasn't a good thing to put on top of the other Broncos fuck-up, so I was not a very happy boy.
But then what annoyed me is in the second half, or it might have even been in the first half, the Roosters did the exact same thing, took the ball, and they were like, no, it's their ball. Yeah. I'm like, how is that any different?
Yeah.
But
play on.
Anyway. Yeah, play on.
So again, encompasses even the ref these days.
Hey, at least we're not like the Rabbitohs and employing their husbands.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know. It's not the NRL's job to know, mate. It's your job to let them know.
Yeah, exactly, Ross.
But looking at the stats again, it's just really nothing stands out. I mean, the tackles made 245 to 245.
Yeah, it's exactly closer than the boys.
Yeah, that's it. Possession 51%, 49%. Completion rate 65% to 60. Where else do you want to look? Like tackle breaks 37 to 32. Like, that's a pretty standard gap, regardless of whether you won or lost, sort of thing. So even the line breaks were 5 to 3. And, we know one of them was an intercept sort of thing as well. Yeah. So 4 dropouts, 2 all. Yeah, so I felt like the girls did show up. They had a real hot crack, and it just wasn't it. From the stats, though, I will probably get up Ali's stats individually in a little bit. She had a bit of a shocker. Ali certainly,
Briggs.
She wouldn't have been happy.
That try she put, I think it was Keeley through.
Yes,
it was an absolute gun bit of play, and then then she just went missing.
Yeah. I don't really know what happened there, but and then how about the offload on that try as well?
Keeley. Oh,
so good.
Thank you very much.
Loved it. Penalties conceded. Maybe you could throw it there. We lost. We conceded 8. Roosters only conceded 3. So a couple of calls there that, if we could have it back, maybe we could have arm wrestled a bit of momentum back, but it is what it is. So most tackles, surprise, from the Roosters. Millie Elliott tops it there. Keely Joseph up against her former teammates, topped ours at 31. Isabel Kelly ran for 211 metres. Julia Robinson, again for us, topped us out at 186.
Mm.
And then Jamie Frezard had 2 line breaks, Julia Robinson 3. She was having a real red hot. She must be strong, that Julia Robinson. They took 3 of them to get her down there on that sideline. I thought she was through for all money, but anyway.
Well, she had 62 post contact meters. She's a
Yeah.
beast. Like Melee only had Melee only. She had 52. So like they're guns. Those two girls. So we need to get the ball in their hands a bit more, I think.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Each had a line break or 2 by looks. Yeah. So for the backs there, 12 points to the Roosters, 0 from us. Our kick return meters 88, beat their 29. So that was a pretty good showing. But and like we won the errors as well. They had 16 errors in the back line. We just couldn't capitalize on that. I will get Ali. She played the whole time. She only had 6 runs, 53 meters, 5 post contact. She had 0 line breaks, 0 line break assists, no try assists. Line engaged run. She had 0 there. Tackle breaks, 0 tackle breaks. Where else was she? There was, I think even her. So she had 15. She made 15 tackles, missed 1, and had 2 ineffective, and made 2 errors as well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a good go.
Wasn't her day.
Nah.
But exactly, like she, I feel with Ali is that we know that this is probably her last throw out the dice for, professional. But I mean, if she's going to be our matriarch, as in, if she's going to be our general, she didn't do that for us either. She didn't seem to be guiding the players along as much. I don't know whether it's a fitness thing or whatnot. She just didn't seem to be involved in even just turning someone under and saying, you go here next. You know what I mean? It just still seemed discombobulated. So, I don't know. It might have been just an off day too.
I think it might have, when you have a look at the halves stats side by side, so the Roosters made 40 runs between Kelly and Aiken, and we made 19, and of that, Skylar ran 13.
Yeah.
So, and then run meters 391 up against our 124.
Yeah.
And then tackle breaks, 11 tackle breaks versus 2.
Yeah.
So, our halves didn't sort of do what they were supposed to do. So, and then in the forwards, we got beaten out. That's where all of our points came from. Run meters 555 up against 465 to us. And then the errors. This is pretty bad. 21 errors in our front up against 11 for the Roosters. So
that's what killed us.
Makes it tough for sure. So bench was pretty solid. They were pretty up against each other. We again lost the error count there, but for women of the match, Julia Robinson was the fan voted. 70 minutes, 11 runs, 186 metres, 17 metres per run, 62 post-contact, 1 line break, several tackle breaks, and 2 missed tackles, 1 error. Keely Joseph, though, got the panel's vote, 63 minutes, 11 runs for 102 metres at 9 metres per run, 1 line break, 2 offloads, 31 tackles. She did have a couple of errors, though, but she was in and amongst it and getting into it, so it was good. What are your thoughts, Slangers?
I didn't get to see it. I was working, unfortunately, but I had a look at the highlights, and obviously the highlights tell a bit of a different story to what actually sort of happened in the game. But I'd say I'm glad Taryn Aiken is a Queenslander. Seemed like she had a fucking blinder, and I touched on it during the Women's Origin a few weeks ago, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like I'm obviously not around a whole lot of it, but from what I have seen, and definitely in the highlights, she's looking really fucking well. But just sort of listening to those stats, seems like it's a pretty common sort of situation with the errors for the Broncos the last 2 games. So
Yep.
hopefully they can sort of sort that shit out. We're excuse me. We're next week will be a third of the way through the season. Already
Yeah.
sort of thing. So
Yeah.
sort of need to get on top of that shit. But no, I think Roosters are a good fucking team. They've been up the tippy top for
Yep.
basically since the dawn of the NRLW. So they still
Yep.
put on a pretty good show. It seems, but yes, obviously still a bit disappointing. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think they said, I know we've got the 3 premierships. I think they said that the Roosters and the Broncos hold the majority of premierships since it started. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
the old foe, as
yeah,
they would say. So out of that game, Shanae has copped an injury to the hand, so she's out for this upcoming week. And I didn't see it, but apparently Brianna Clark copped a shoulder charge report, so she's actually out for 2 games,
Shit.
which, I mean, they're coming down hard on shoulder, so 2 games is huge.
Yeah.
Like you said, Langers,
Yep.
we're a third of the way through already.
yeah.
We're not going to
Yep.
get an editor back until round 6, so 2/3 through. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And also no
Can't,
fisticuffs either, so that's a bit disappointing.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like you want to grow the game, fucking start throwing them, mate.
Exactly.
Someone should have told Bree Threadborough that she wasn't going to be playing next week. She could have
Yeah.
just thrown one.
Yeah. Don't let them loose.
Line them up.
Righto, we'll get into the upcoming game up against the Titans. I understand this weekend going at Allianz, they had a double header, NRLW. Yep, sweet. Why you wouldn't have the Broncos girls play the Titans as a curtain raiser for the Broncos men, I had no idea. I got a packed out crowd of 25,000 up against 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Your double header didn't work. And don't tell me that you made money on renting Allianz Stadium for that day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hot chips and popcorn aren't going to make that sort of come about.
No.
So anyway, that's just my little spiel as I'll continue to whinge about how they're doing it. But anyway, so we are at home, Totally Workwear Stadium here in
Where's
Brisbane.
that, Tom? I've just seen that.
Yeah, so from what I can gather, I think it's Tigers.
Okay.
The Tigers Stadium. So, yeah. So I am going to actually potentially get along to that game. It's pretty easy to get to from where I am. So that's at 1:45 on Sunday. We've had a terrible start to the season, but it's not the first time that we've sort of stumbled at the start and then gone on to participate in the finals. So hopefully Scotty Prince can get them up and about. The Titans have picked right back up from where they left off last year as the grand finalists and are pushing their case for another appearance in the big dance already. But they'll need to lift hard if they're to take it to the top of the table Titans. So, tail of the tape, we're sitting on 9th, they're sitting on 1st. 2024 wins, we're 0 from 2, they're 2 from 2. Completion rate's huge, 85% for the Titans, where we're completing at 65%. Not the worst in the comp, but certainly not the best either. Average points scored 11 up against 23 for the Titans. However, the venue win rate, we've got 100% win rate at Totally Workwear, whereas the Titans have 0. So hopefully the girls can get up, though the women can get up for that. So, and the last time these two teams met was round 2, 2023 at the Gabba. And that was a close one. It was a 17-16 win for the Titans. So see what happens this time. Completion then was 76 up against 69% for us. Forced dropouts. The Titans got 3 of those to our 0. And the missed tackles certainly piled up for us at 42 against 28 for them. So close game. It seemed that the Titans could just seal it better. So if we get into the teams, little bit of changing going on with the Broncos, with the women there. We've got Stacey Waka coming back fresh from a gold medal performance in the Olympics. She comes straight into the start on side. Bree Spreadborough drops back to 18th woman. Lauren Dam shifts from centre out to the wing. But we've still got the incumbent Hayley Maddock at fullback, Julia Robinson and Melee on that one edge there. Up against Paletti, Gray, Chapman, Williams, Guthrie and Bass for the Titans. In the in the halves, so Gail Broughton has actually come back from the back complaint injuries that she was suffering at the start of the season to partner with Ali. So that'll be pretty interesting as well. Obviously, Skylar was a debutante. She's still young, so we'll see what Gail can do. Up against Talia and Lauren Brown for the Titans. In the forward pack, Keely Joseph at number 8 up against Shannon Matto, Jada Ferguson, Brittany Brearley Natty, Chelsea Lenarduzzi. She's been rewarded for her top efforts coming off the bench there, so she's moved into the number 10 role. She'll go up against Jessica Elliston. Tasman Rapana up against Riley Jorgensen. Romy Titzel up against Shaylee Brent. And then Jasmine Fogovini up against Georgia Hale. With the bench, we've got Destiny Brill, Tafido Lafeli, Maria Denman and Skylar Adams up against Lily Rose Cole. Haley, whoa, look at this double-barreled name. We've got Haley J. Orman Maunsell. Yeah. Then we've got Lakia. Yeah. We've got Lakia Clark and Denny Peresi. So I'm going to be pretty honest. I don't really know much about the Titans other than their coach is fiercely competitive. She made the call last year, I believe it was, just before the grand final. I don't think anyone came down for the Daly M Awards. She kept them in house, and they sort of just sent a video in and saying thanks and whatnot. So, but yeah, hopefully the girls can, or the women can, sort of have a reflection on what they did well against the Roosters, and they obviously did pick it up. So I hope they don't, get down from the fact that they're 2-0. They actually did get better. And now that we've got a couple of more thoroughbreds coming into the side there, we should progress a little bit more. So it just seems bad that as we're getting better, the teams we're facing are getting better as well. Real tough for them, but hopefully they get a break soon. What's our thoughts, Ringer?
Yeah, Britto, I think you're right, mate. I hope the girls don't drop their head because they were definitely in that Roosters game, and take the intercept away, take that Meliafunga steal away. Like, the women's game still really runs on, as the NRL does too. It runs on momentum, and once that momentum shifts, and you get a bit of ball consecutively, it really takes its toll. So, they looked pretty sharp there for a stage. So I think Waka coming in. I think they'll be right, mate. We just got to go with the Gold Coast is a very fit team from what I've seen.
Yep.
I haven't seen much. Only thing I know, I think that Shaylee Bent is with David Fafita or was with David Fafita. Just a little bit of hot goss for the viewers. So, smoke show. But anyway. But yeah, mate, like you said, if they've got the team, they've got the talent to do it. I just, hopefully Scotty Prince has pulled the right rein here by bringing all this fresh blood in and might reinvigorate the girls into a win. If they get this win, mate, it could. If they get this win, it shows that we have good depth because the team we've been trotting out has been pretty good. It's just a few errors here and there, a few young players that I think Bree Spread was pretty rough to be left out. But once again, she's a kid. So mate, I think there's only positive things if they can go with the Titans for the first half. I dare say we could come away with this one.
Yeah. No. What are your thoughts, Langers?
Yeah, I'm with Ringer basically for everything he just sort of said. Just looking at those stats, we've played the Eels and the Roosters the last 2 games, and they're both pretty good teams.
Yeah.
Whereas they've played the Tigers and the Dragons, which sort of, aren't, if that's okay to say. So hopefully with Stacey coming back into the 4 and Gale coming back into the 6, hopefully that is the change that that we that we need. So no, hopefully hopefully it's an entertaining game. It's shaping up to be. The Titans are first, but like I said, that they've faced two pretty sort of average teams that I don't think have even got a win yet, as well as the Broncos. But at least the Broncos have had some pretty sort of stiff competition the last couple of weeks. So
Yep.
hopefully hopefully it is a good and entertaining game to grow the game itself and to keep everybody that does tune in to keep them entertained to watch. So it should be good.
Yeah, so I just had a quick look as well to the schedule ahead, and hopefully by round 6 we've got our shit sorted because we come up against the Cowboys, and then the very next week after that we come up against the Knights. So we'll be
the boys at the United Bar will be loving that.
We'll be the butt of every joke from the Gronk to the United Bar, mate.
Yeah.
I think on your thing with Bree though as well, Jack, I think she showed really well that she has got it in the NRL.
Definitely. Yeah.
So she's been blooded. She knows what to expect, and if we do get an injury, she'll come straight back in and she'll be able to do a job.
100%.
So yeah, I think she's better off for it. I think we're better off for her having a go as well. So she certainly should be able to hold her head high. So
she's going to be a superstar, I think. She's so involved. Like, she's so committed. Like, she has an error in her every now and then, and she's defensively but that's just brand new into the league she come from to the NRLW is a fair jump. But she's just she's a goer. I really think that she's going to go places.
Yep. Be interested, and I'm here to watch the journey. All right, we'll get into some extracurricular activities. How did we go on the weekend with our tipping? Wasn't too crash hot, was it?
Fucking the Grog picking the fucking Eels.
I know.
What the fuck? What an absolute arsehole.
So, Gronk got the crown on the weekend. He, what did he do? 6? Yeah, he got 6 out of 8. Yeah. Doesn't move him up the ladder any further, but Langers is still sitting up the top there with 3 wins. Average per round made a 5. Going great. Going good. Compared to the rest of us, anyway. Ringer's sitting in second there, 4.8 average per round, and I'm rounding out the bottom there with 4.3. Go me.
I got so close to that Dolphins one being the best upset ever.
You did.
I could be in the fucking upset. Damn it.
I couldn't believe he got the Eels, actually.
No, man. And how about that, though? The Warriors we played, nowhere near that fucking team that played the other night. Holy shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a poo fest.
Yep. But I've got them to bounce back. Well, I don't got them to bounce back over all this. I've got them to cover the line, but see what happens. It was a bit bad that Sean Johnson came back and they lost like that.
Yeah.
They looked a lot like us, actually.
It did.
In
Tired
that game.
and fucking don't want to play.
Yep. So, anyway, tips for this week with the men. So I've gone Storm, Titans, Panthers, Sea Eagles, Broncos, Bulldogs. I have gone the Dolphins and the Knights. How do you see it, Langers?
I've gone Melbourne.
Yep.
Sharks and Titans. That's going to be a fucking That's a bit of a head scratcher, isn't it? That one.
Yep.
I wrote the Sharks and I scribbled it out. Then I wrote the Titans and I scribbled it out. I wrote the Sharks back again. I scribbled it out, and I've got nothing now. So
Broncos 13 plus.
Yeah, let's just go to the Broncos. Fuck.
We need to get a coin flip. Do you want a coin flip, mate?
Yeah. I'll go the Sharks. Fuck it. Fuck the Titans after what they did. They massacred my boys. Fuck them.
Look what they did to my boys.
Yeah. I've gone the Panthers. I've gone the Beagles. Now, winning the competition at the present time, it creates a bit of stress. Britto, you wouldn't know, so you can probably sit this one out. But do you bet with your head or do you bet with your heart? You know, and
you big head or you little head?
Yeah, your heart wants the Broncos, right? But the way that the Cows have been playing and the way that the Broncos have been playing, if you go with your head, it's a no-brainer, really. What do you do? We're gonna skip that one. We'll skip this one. We'll come back to it. I've gone the Bulldogs. I've gone the Dolphins. I've gone the Knights. Right? That's simple. Simples.
Yeah.
All right. Elephant in the room.
He's working so hard on this. He's so torn.
I'm stressed, man. I'm going to take some stress leave from work to get this one out. I think.
He's thinking about the next episode.
Yeah. Maybe I do a bit of reverse psychology and I bet with me head at the same time. Two birds, one stone. You know?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
That way, it's like a win-win sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'll go the Cows, and if they win, then, like, yay, whoop-de-doo. But if they lose, then the Broncos win, and then I'm going to be even happier again. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. But I just tipped the Cowboys. I just tipped the fucking Cowboys.
Get him off the field.
Get him off. Penalty Broncos.
I'm sorry.
We'll open up next week's episode with Langers couldn't be here this week.
Yeah.
Just like
he's been twice as smoothie.
Is that a green screen? Oh dear.
No, look, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, so do I. All right, Ringer, what are you doing, mate?
Oh, mate, I've so many conundrums this week too. It's so hard. Like Storm aren't going to lose 2 in a row. I think that might be. Go early Crow if you want, but I think that could be the one game that could not fuck up here. I'm going the Titans just because I'm a bit like Langers. I want them to crash and burn, but then I also think, well, if they pump the Sharks, it might make us feel better, like look better. Eels could upset the fucking Panthers because they do have a fucking record against Penrith, but I'm obviously going Penrith. This next one actually is one of the ones I think's the hardest because the Raiders have been playing pretty fucking well. And I know the Sea Eagles are what they are, but a fucking hard team for them. Anyway, I've backed the Sea Eagles, long story short.
Yep.
I've reverse psychologied my way into a Broncos tip here by going, if I was to jump ship this week, this is the week they'd fuck me. So I'm not doing it. Like, if I lose a tip by tipping the fucking Cowboys, the week the Broncos come good, I don't think I could fucking make it the next week. I would pull out.
That makes me feel better. Cheers.
I see both of you fellas have gone the Dogs, and I've actually gone the Dragons. I think they may be on a high after that win down there, and they are at home, already sold out. I seen on NRL 360 last night, so that'll be actually a pretty good game.
Nice.
Yeah, well.
For a 7:30 Saturday, if someone told you at the start of the year that the Dragons and Bulldogs could be a game of the round, like, go to bed, son. I've got the Dollies and the Knights.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, there is a few there that could go either way. I don't know. You reckon Wynn Stadium's going to get overflowing with Bulldogs fans or what?
Oh, they'll be coming with their flares and their fucking machetes, mate.
Yeah. They'll be out for blood. They nearly took old Raiders for the Raiders guy head off the other day. Did you hear about that, Tim? Langers?
No.
The Raiders super fan that always takes the drum to every game.
Yeah.
He was walking back to his car and he got mobbed by a bunch of Bulldogs fans telling him to go home. He's like, I live here.
I'm trying to.
He's like, I literally live in Campbelltown.
You guys fuck off so I can actually do what you're telling me to.
But Gronk's gone Storm, Sharks, Panthers.
He tips the Broncos.
Sea Eagles, Cowboys.
Yeah.
But he's gone the Dogs. He's gone the Warriors to get it up over the Dollies. So, and he's also backed the Knights. So we'll see. We'll see if he can do back to backs. Might be too much pressure. We move on to the women. Joint winners this week: Langers and Gronk. Did a good effort there. 4 out of 5. What did you drop, Langers? The Broncos, and the Gronk couldn't have it in his heart to back the Cowboys twice in 1 week, so he lost to the Dragons there. Also, fun fact, the Dragons-Cowboys women's games, I think that was a record point scored total for an NRLW. They beat the same team's previous score by 1 point. So the Dragons and Cowboys have got forms of high-scoring games there against one another.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, then Ringer and myself, we only got 2.
Yeah.
So good effort there.
I don't know why I went the Tigers, but anyway, it wasn't that bad.
Swing and a miss, mate.
Swing and a miss.
So this week I've gone the Roosters over the Tigers. I've gone the Sharkies to get it over the Raiders. Cowboys, I have gone the Cowboys. I don't know. Eels didn't do too bad, but yeah, I just went to Cowboys for a bit of spice. Broncos and the Knights to put it over the Dragons. The Gronk's gone Roosters, Sharks. Again, he hasn't got it in his heart to back the Cowboys twice in 1 week, so he's gone the Eels. And he's also gone the Titans and the Knights. So how are you seeing it, Ringer?
Yeah, mate, I'm going the Roosters. I'm going the Raiders, actually, in that next game. Cows, Bronx, Knights. Bronx' last chance, and then I'm going to start using Langer's logic that I'm going to tip against them and hope they win to make me feel better.
How you going, Langers? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I'm going to keep up with that reverse psychology, I think, and I'm going to go the Roosters, Sharks, Para and Cowboys. I think that's probably going to be a pretty good game.
Yeah, she said.
So, hopefully, they can turn that on. I've gone the Cowboys just because, I don't know, Queensland team, I guess.
Yeah.
Titans, Broncos.
Fucking hell.
Titans, fucking Broncos. Look, let's just keep it. And look, call me a scientist. I'm just, doing some experimentation here. And we'll go the Titans and we'll just see what happens, Once again, it's a win-win. It's a win-win for me.
I'm just going to quickly write down in my notes here. Timmy...
Langers can fuck right off.
Turncoat.
No balls.
You might as well go all in. Don't half it.
Yeah, exactly right. And I've gone the Knights to beat the Dragons as well. So should probably get the job done there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the United have got off to a good start. So
yeah, they got a good team.
They do.
Anyway, let's move on to some more greener pastures, especially for me.
I was about to say, for one person.
Look at me, I get one bet all year and I'm just absolutely full of myself.
Yeah.
So we kick off the week. We're all cheering on Gronk there in the first match. He went down, one leg failed, Tigers plus 10.5. Looked good there for quite a while. But, unfortunately he didn't get one over. Ringer, your first bet there, Warriors and Eels.
The safe bet.
Yeah, the safe bet. DW salutes for you, but the Warriors head-to-head and an AFB short. My double-staked Roosters 13+, Joseph Manu 2+, my safe bet, just flopped everywhere. The Gronk, he had a bit of a hit and miss with the Titans Broncos. He had faith in us at 13+. He got a Reece Walsh and he got an AKP, but no DM Mariner.
So close too, but Mariner never got it. So Nelly won away.
Well, yeah, you'd think that. Yeah. Anyway, we move on from that one. Langers, your Storm Dragons didn't even get a green tick in that one.
I thought that was a fucking perler of a bet too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Actually,
I remember talking about it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I remember talking about it, and I can't believe he didn't get one green tick on that one.
Yeah. I mean, it was a wild game though. Like looking at the highlights, it was just crazy. So
wasn't that just a classic Flanagan ambush?
We're gonna go starting
to get about as wily as Wayne Bennett, that lad. Calm down.
Take the pep away.
Ringer, you want to You want to walk us through this next one, mate?
Not particularly.
The Big Bertha. Sharks 13 plus. Jacob Gagai, Sione Katoa, Britton Nickera, and Daniel Atkinson. Got one green tick in there.
Hey, one's one.
Yeah.
One's one. Yeah, yeah.
The whole point of that bet was that it wasn't the easy, safe one, that the Warriors went and shit the bet on me. I was like, oh my God. Now I'm on real hot shit.
And then we've got Langer's bet there. This one was incredibly short odds. And all you got was the Panthers lead at 30 minutes. So the Knights came and ruined the party with the negative 18.5 line. Yep. And Brian To'o did not cross at all.
No.
Brian, I reckon Brian was probably the top bet fucker of the year. I reckon so many people have him in any time and he just doesn't.
Yep. He's starting to get a bit.
Just doesn't.
He's starting to get a bit like a Tony Staggs.
Yeah, yeah. He should score every week. Doesn't.
Yep. And then save the best till last. Look, I'm just, Bulldogs and the Raiders just got into my work. Bulldogs head-to-head. Raiders plus 8.5 line. Unders 47.5 total points. Salutes $6.75. Thank your mother for the rabbits. I shoot to second and equal, tied for the lead with Langers at negative 31.25 under. And Ringer is languishing down the bottom there. Both the Gronk and the Ringer have 42% legs, though, against Langers and I at 39%. The potty overall, we're going great. Our 5% of our bets are coming off. We're falling short by 11% of our bets are one leg short for a bad beat of $768.50.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a weird week that was.
Yeah, it was. Hopefully we can recuperate it. So in saying that, we move on to this week. I've got the Gronk here. He'll kick it off. So he's got the Rabbits and the Storm game. He's gone Melbourne head-to-head. He's gone South Sydney total points band of 11 to 20.
Jesus.
He's getting risky. He's getting cheeky. He must be full of himself, I reckon, this week.
Yeah.
Absolutely full of himself. He's got a puppy to score and a Hughes at any time as well, and that's going to get him $10.50. So
that doesn't look like enough odds for a very specific point bet.
Yeah, I thought that was more than that.
Yeah, I was a bit let down, but hey, if it comes off, we'll be laughing. Langers, over to you for the Gold Coast Titans versus the Cronulla Sharks.
Yeah, looking at that bad beat fucking just continuing to rise. I'm not a fan of that. So I feel like our bets are just going for the fucking moon individually, and then our road to $1 million is like, 1 cent. You can't even put more than 1 cent on it because you can't get a maximum payout of $1 million.
We got to drop a couple of legs off it too to get the 1 cent.
Yeah, exactly right. That's what I'm saying. So, and I feel like as a podcast, like those stats are pretty fucking average.
We're average Joes, mate. We're trying to be with the real people. They want to relate.
Well, we're fucking relating like a motherfucker, aren't we? So I've done 2 very simple bets this week.
Yep.
So they're all anytimes, nice and simple. So the first one, we got the Roosters and Sharks. I've gone Jojo Fafita. No. I've gone the wrong
game. Sorry. That's probably
Sharks. Titans and Sharks. Sorry. That's my
I stitched you up there. No, I stitched you up there.
Well, man, I'm reading the wrong shit. I should have known anyway. So I've gone Jojo Fafita. I've gone Keeney again, seeing as he played for 70. Well, you had 10 minutes off and he still scored twice. And I've gone Katoa as well. Anytime. Seems like a bit of a safe sort of bet. So 3 anytimes. They're all paying fuck all. So hopefully...
That's still getting $7.50.
That's nice.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I wouldn't take that.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah. We'll take that.
Yeah. Fuck the $1 million.
Yeah.
All right, so that's that one, and then I'm up with the Eels and the Panthers there. I thought this was a bit of a. I thought this was going to be a low. I was trying to do same as you, Langers. Just like let's ease off a little bit. Let's just feed it home a bit. We'll just get a couple of green ticks to finish off the year. So I went Penrith Panthers head to head, but I did go the Parramatta Eels at a plus 16.5 line. I feel like that's just too much. Like, what are we talking there? 3 tries, 3 converted tries. Yeah. So, and then I've gone a Jerome Luai and a Dylan Brown at any time try. Now, I thought that was going to get me about that $10, $15 maybe, but it blew out to $35.75.
Yeah, I was going to say doing the Jerome
Yeah.
Hughes and Brown would have boosted it a fair bit.
Yeah, but they're not incredibly large odds for them to cross either. So, yeah, I guess with the Parramatta Eel line there, should have smacked it up a little bit. But yeah, that's me for the Eels and the Panthers.
Nice safe bet.
Nice safe bet. How you going with the Raiders and the Eagles there, Langers?
Yeah, like another safe bet, like I was just sort of saying. So not nice and easy. Let's get some green ticks in this podcast. So I've gone Rapana or Rapana, however you want
Rapana.
to float that boat. We got Big Sub anytime, and I've thrown Turbo in there as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another $7 multi.
Sweet.
That's pretty good. That's if Rapana can stay on the field without getting sent off. How he avoids that shit, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He loves
quick,
a
and then he can
play.
clothesline some cunt and fucking get sent off.
And he's so good. Like, he can play some games and you're like, oh, he's the best player in the comp.
Yeah.
And then next week he'll just do the most ridiculously
Just
stupid
headhunt
thing.
some cunt.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
he's
absolute
back.
brain fade. Yeah, he's the Tane Mill.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
Just the headhunter.
Yeah, he loves sitting on the pine, that boy too. Fucking hell.
Hats off to Tane though. He's done a couple of weeks back to back there with no brain snaps. So
Yes.
it's coming. It's
He's
coming.
due. He's due.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the big play, isn't it?
All right, Ringer. What do you got, mate? You've got the Cowboys v Broncos.
Yeah, thanks very much for this.
worries.
Really needed this in my life. Haven't had a Broncos game since we kicked the potty off, and I get this one. So, no, it's okay. I've been up and down and sideways with what I was going to do here, but like we've all said, let's get some green ticks. And
You're not going to run this with the odds that this one comes. Are you seriously?
no, I've adjusted it. I'm going to adjust it.
Oh, right.
Just because I'm trying to help. I've felt that through the Zoom, I've felt like the energy that we're trying to go for. So let's get this fucking thing over the line. So I'm going to go. Kyle Felt will score a fucking try down that right touchline.
Surely.
He's going to score the first, second, or third. I think the first, second, or third try scorer.
Yep.
And we're going to wrangle the Stags.
Okay. All right.
Wrangle the Stags anytime.
So you're going Felt anytime plus Felt first, second, or third.
Yep.
All right, and you're dropping the Pecora off, and that's going to get you back to $10.50.
Still, I like it.
Yeah, it was good. He had a $50 leg, and he started off with the whole, "Hey, yeah, we get the vibe. We're going to get some green ticks." I was like, "Holy, dude!"
Double stake it.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I had the Pecora on in there before I started going through the stats and go. He touches the ball 3 fucking times a game.
Yeah.
One of them to get us try over it out of it. It's going to be pretty rough.
Yeah. To be fair, Pecora is $4.25. And that really needs to be about $8.
Yeah. And guaranteed he goes over this week. And that would have
I was
been
just about to say, your bet will come off and he'll score as well.
Absolute breadcrumb there for anyone listening at home.
Yes.
The Gronk's got the Dragons Bulldogs. He's gone the Dragons plus 4.5, which I like. I think that's
Close
good.
one.
Yeah.
Zachy Lomax anytime, Josh Adokar anytime, and a Jacob Preston anytime. So that's a solid bet at $20.50.
Yep. Let's do it.
I actually thought that was good odds there for that one. Who's got the Dolphins and the Warriors? That's
You.
me. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's great. Oh yeah, I remember what I did here. This is pretty bad too. So I'm not going with the trend of let's just get it over the line. New Zealand Warriors plus 7.5, under 50.5 points total match. I've got an AFB and a Max Plath, and that's going to get me $73.50.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, we're not rich this weekend. I can tell you that right now.
No, we need one of them in there to get us. Like, it's all good to have these little ones, but if they all fucking lose anyway, what's the point?
Yeah, exactly right.
Stuck between all in and fuck it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be betting more than 10 cents for the road to the million. Like,
Nah.
we can't afford that. So let's just.
Yeah.
Ringer, take us home with the last game, mate. Knights v Tigers.
Well, there's been a lot of talk, and I've dropped one here too because I was looking through my civvy ones, and second rows are fucking killing me. I keep putting them in, and they keep being in my civvies at least being the ones that fuck me from a win. So I've dropped another second row here. I had Kai Pearce-Paul in to go over any time, so here's another breadcrumb. Guaranteed to go over now because I've pulled him out.
Yep.
But I've got Knights 13 plus. I've got Greg the Leg to score 2 plus. He's due. And I think he'll be against Charlie Staines. So there probably couldn't be a more mismatched pair of wingers in the comp. And then into a Lockie Galvin. I think Lockie's a gun and pretty sure he's got as good a chance as any Tiger to go over. So what's that get me, Tom? Now at the Pierce
That's getting you $19.25.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yep. And at the moment, struggling to compute the odds for the road to a million. So check our socials if you want to see what we actually did. We'll have to go back through and filter a couple of legs on and off for that one because at the moment we look like we're in the billies. Not billies.
That'll do.
Oh, send that one home with a 1 cent bet. Okay. Now onto the Gronk.
Fuck.
Jesus
I will warn
Christ.
you. I will
Can we
warn
send
you.
this? Can we just send these to like the Broncos admin and say, "We can't see what we have to deal with when you fuck up all the time."
Look what you're doing
We're
to us.
We're out here in the trenches.
Do better.
Let me see.
Righto,
I'll
let's have
share
this.
this.
Let us have it.
It is. G'day, thoroughbreds. What are you doing down there? What happened? That wasn't supposed to happen, was it? Gee, here, I'll pick you up so you can hear me a bit. Now, I just want you to know that no matter what happens this derby, that you mean nothing. The result means nothing. Anything good that you do means nothing. Regardless of the score or how much you beat us by. And just know that I will forever take great joy in knowing that that nothingness will live inside you after this game. But, yeah, I'll put you back into the realm of obscurity where you belong. And, better luck next year.
Fucking Hannibal Lecter, that guy.
Yeah, he's loving it, isn't he?
Oh, fuck me.
It'd be so much funnier if we were not so terrible.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Anyway, that's us for the week, and we'll finish it on that, and hopefully next week we can fucking feed it back to him.
Yeah, he
But-
says all that, but a big win by us, it's still stinging. So
Yeah, fucking Overwood.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Derby clash and all at home. Ugh.
Mhm.
Righto, thoroughbreds and donkeys. That's all from us for this week. Hopefully, we can join you next week with a bit of lighter entertainment, if you will. Head over to our socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and YouTube. Thanks to all those new listeners that have come aboard. We do have quite a few since the last episode, so that's good to see. Hopefully you enjoy the content. Give us a like, a follow, comment, give us some feedback, subscribe wherever you can. Bet responsibly, be a contributor to society, stay out of one another unless it's consensual, and we'll gallop off into the week. Catch us later.
Cheers, Thoroughbreds.
See you, Thoroughbreds.
That was absolute diabolical.